It is Tuesday and we are back with another episode of Pub Logic.
Yeah!
It's happening again! If you watched last week's episode, you'll know what we're doing. So we're just going to jump right into it and start with our news story of the week. Now, for this one, I found two that I really liked. So we're going to go with two of them.
I've also completely avoided the news where I can because I wanted it to be a genuine reaction.
Genuine. Chief Uno player wanted as toy company Mattel offers 5-figure sum for 1 month's work.
So for him to play Uno for a month,
Yeah.
they'll give him 5 figures.
So this story says, skip, reverse, draw and wild cards have been featured of the hit game Uno for years, and one lucky person will have the chance to test its new game for a sizable wage. The toy company announced that it's looking for a chief Uno player. The job will reportedly require 4 hours of attendance per day, 4 days a week, for 4 consecutive weeks. Ooh, you'd love that job.
Who wouldn't love that job? Playing with a kid's toy, I'm pretty sure the age is 3+.
Yeah. And the pay is £4,444 a week.
4 is my favourite number.
4 days a week for 4 hours for 4 weeks, and the pay is £4,444.
Well, I'm sacking off this podcast and I'm going to apply for that job because there is no one better. I can't play Uno very well. I'd like to think I've got tactics, but I don't. But for those numbers, that is a sign.
I think it is, actually. So this chief Uno player will be expected to play and teach others Uno Quattro. I understand the reference now.
Shit, yeah, okay.
As it will help the team produce content for their video channels.
I am built for this.
The Quattro game differs from the familiar deck of cards to a pile of colourful tiles where the objective is to get 4 in a row while matching the colour or number. So it's like a card game instead of Uno.
I'm actually not being funny. There's been 3 things that have happened to me this week where I'm a little bit superstitious, but I don't believe in all mystic and magical things. That's the 3rd thing that's happened this week where I've been you know
What's happening?
It's like when I served that imaginary man at the bar. He wasn't imaginary. He was actually there. But for a solid 15 minutes, I was like, I think my life is over.
Yeah,
I've completed the Matrix. And I am now the centre.
To be fair, I saw him and your disbelief was then, I was like, was he here?
At first I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm sure in myself and I know that I did serve a man.
Yeah.
But when the time was ticking, I was like, whoa.
He's gone. Was he ever here?
He should be the Uno chief.
Yeah. For Quattro.
Maybe that's what he was doing when he disappeared for so long. And maybe it was 16 minutes and maybe that's what it was all linked.
I don't really understand why they come up with a new game because I still have met, every single person that I've met and played Uno with has a different idea of what the rules are.
Yeah, but that's because you want to make it more interesting, really.
Yeah, but I don't even think Uno knows what the rules are.
Well, when you play Uno, can you stack the +4 cards?
See, I think that you should because it's funny.
I think you should, but a lot of people get really pernickety and they're like...
You're you can't stack them.
Yeah, I know that in the actual rules, as far as I'm aware, you can stack a 4 on top of a 2, but you can't stack 4s. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? 4s. Uno Quattro.
It's all 4s. You would fucking... This is your thing.
I need to go to bed. I'm getting too excited.
Need to sleep. So Mattel said they're looking for a player who's friendly and really good vibes.
I'm out. Not me. If I'm playing Uno against some 3-year-old, they're getting 1 pond. I don't care. If I don't win, I'm not interested.
Cards go straight between their teeth. It's also desirable that they're competitive.
Okay.
And is someone who takes Uno everywhere.
Bit of a flaw in the plan.
You got a...
I feel like I could steal one, and why? I don't know why I went to steal. I could just buy a pack. But
You have one at home.
I have one at home. Do you know, I've had that pack of Uno for 18 years. My grandma gave it to me.
So the applicant should be able to work in New York from the 30th of September.
They're paying. What is it that you get? $4,000
£4,444 a week.
a week
For 4 weeks. So when you're done, you'll earn £17,000.
Well, it should have added up to 16, surely.
No, because 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 + 4 is 16. 4 + So the conclusion is that I am the Uno chief. Will I ever actually apply for it? No, but it is a sign from the universe, of which I don't believe in. Awful conclusion.
So, our next news story, I just think is absolutely hilarious. The headline is, Chinese zoo denies that its bears are humans in costumes.
I've seen this. I have seen this. It's only one bear. There's one bear, and because it's standing on its hind legs.
It's got all the wrinkles on its bum.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
It's a human.
It's a bear.
It's a human.
It's a bear. It's a sun bear.
It's a human.
It's not. It's a bear.
Have you seen the way it's maneuvering?
About?
It's maneuvering. It is a human. It's literally standing like it could be carrying a fucking tray.
It's a bear.
Not a bear.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The Chinese zoo said it was a bear.
Are you gonna believe everything that they tell you?
Who's
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I don't really know what they would gain. See, do you know what? This is what it is. They want attention and people to visit the zoo. They've created this controversy.
well, they have got people to visit the zoo.
And now look, we're arguing. Because it's a human and you're wrong.
It's a bear.
Have you touched it? Are you aware?
I've seen many a TikTok of other sun bears in the wild.
This is what we're basing our knowledge off nowadays, is it? TikTok.
Well, I follow the story of this bear because it's a bear. It's a sun bear.
You know, I'm a little bit obsessed with bears recently.
I watched a 7-minute TikTok video about polar bears playing in the ice.
I'm impressed that you lasted 7 minutes.
Me too. I did.
Not that I would know.
Some people think I sound like a person. The post was written
Is that
from the
quote?
It's a quote. The post was written from the bear's point of view.
Human! You're actually deluded if you think that they're going to get a quote from a bear.
It seems you don't understand me very well.
They wouldn't even think to quote a bear if it was actually a bear, so it's a human.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Someone once told me that if I was an animal, I'd be a sun bear.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't like this. Maybe everything in the world's just about me.
Yeah, maybe. But this bear is better.
We must move on because I'm going to get irritated.
So, that concludes our Story of the Week section. Aren't we all so lucky? Aren't we all so lucky that we got 2 stories this week?
Never ever do that again.
So, we are moving into our next section, which is funny hospitality stories. Stella's got a little anecdote of something that happened when she was working at her pub, and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. So basically, we're not like a bed and breakfast. We have rooms upstairs in our pub. And there was a couple that started coming in quite frequently. I'd say like once a month. And the guy was driving a black cab, a black taxi. And he was coming in with this lady. They looked like a couple, you know, it was very sweet. Thought nothing of it. Until they started coming in like very frequently. And then one day saw something a little bit questionable on the black cab. Instant thought, fake taxi. And I'm still to this day convinced that they were filming fake taxi porn videos. Anyway, this starts happening, and then one day they'd come in, we checked them in, they'd gone upstairs, they knew the place well enough, they'd gone up on their own. About 5 minutes later, this woman comes in, she's about mid-60s, and she was livid. Like, this woman was angry. She was really angry. She's like, "Have you seen my husband?" I don't know what the bloody hell you're talking about. With so many men in here, it could be anyone. Ended up putting 2 and 2 together. It was the driver of the black cab. So the boss at the time, to avoid conflict within the pub, sent one of us upstairs to inform them, kept one of us here to calm her down, and whilst we were calming her down, we took those 2 round out the back gate, and they left, and then she saw them drive away. Don't think she even knew he had a black cab. So yeah, that was a whole thing.
I thought I knew that story, but I did not know the end of it.
You're not.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
How do you even like broach the subject of someone to knock on their hotel room door and be like, your wife's here, mate?
The thing for me is like, it's one, cheating on your wife. It's another, having a car without her even knowing.
Yeah.
Not just any car that you can hide, like a black taxi. And you have a girlfriend, and you're potentially a porn star. And you're going away at least once a month. Towards the end, like twice a week.
That is shocking.
Poor woman. We should have just let her at him, to be honest. I would have.
Speaking of fake taxis, I was once minding my own business, driving down the motorway.
Oh, God.
I was listening to Elton John. I was having a great time, honestly. And I glanced over, obviously aware of my surroundings when I'm driving, and I glanced over, and all I could see was this bun just going up and down. And I was like, it was the fastest double take I've ever done. And I looked around, and this guy was sat with his hand on the other side of the seat, and he was driving, and I could just see this girl's hair going up and down, and I was like, fucking Tiny Dancing was playing, and I was like,
The fact that you sent me a video later,
literally-
like when you got out the car.
yeah. But it was a solid, like, I pulled over. It was a solid, like, minute and a half before I was like, I had to tell someone. Like, I can't keep this to myself.
And then when you told me, and I was like, because you were behind them or something?
Yes, so when I stopped, they obviously kept carrying on driving. And then I was like, I can't find them again.
But
I've had this urge in my body to find them again.
But the funny thing is, if they were filming some sort of porno and you like zoom in on like the back windscreen and you're just there like,
It was just hold me close, tiny days, and I was like,
she was holding him close, that's for sure.
really was. But I did actually catch up to them because I like driving fast. But
What an achievement.
thank you. And when I drove past them, she was just like sat with her feet up on the dashboard, which she shouldn't do.
Very
It's
dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous. If you want your kneecaps through your skull, go for it, but no.
Pelvis through your ribs.
Anatomically, I don't think that works. Not a hill worth dying on. Let's move on.
So, that was our anecdote section. I think that took a very interesting turn.
I feel like that was just enough.
It was a perfect amount. We're now going to move into our pub logic section of the episode. Once again, if you don't know the definition of pub logic, it is the logic that happens inside a pub when people are drunk. So these are debates that I found on the internet.
Which we're not debating drunk, because if we did, it would be probably not something we would post.
Yeah. I think it would be.
One gets very feisty, two would make no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pub logic.
Yeah.
So this one is, I found it online, and I then had to go to the Washington Post to confirm, like I nearly bought a subscription.
Whoa.
So, every type of food is either toast, a sandwich, a taco, sushi, soup, or a calzone. Everything fits into those categories.
What's sausage and mash?
Soup.
How the fuck is that soup?
So it's basically saying that, like, where the starch is, like, if it's surrounded by it, it's soup. So you've got the mash around the sausage is obviously in it, because you're not going to be like, it's on top, like.
That is the biggest load of tosh I've ever heard in my life.
Tosh?
That is the biggest
No,
load
so-
of crap I've ever heard in my life.
No, so, like, pizza is toast. Right? A Pop-Tart is a calzone.
What the hell is a Pop-Tart?
You know what a Pop-Tart is?
I don't.
They're like little squares of, like, biscuit stuff, and they have, like, jam in the middle, and then they're, like, iced on top, and you put them in the toaster.
No.
You need to try a Pop-Tart.
Okay. How's pizza toast? I don't like that.
Because it's flat, because the
Oh,
carb...
everything that's flat. What's that saying? That Bucks toast.
Listen. This food
Get annoyed, okay?
I'm getting very upset. So toast, because the carbohydrate is on the bottom, is toast. But then if you had a hot dog, it's a taco.
That I understand.
Yeah.
The pizza, I don't know. Sausage and mash is not soup. And I will take that to the grave.
A donut. A donut is a calzone. So a filled donut.
How?
A filled donut is a calzone.
I don't think I've ever felt this kind of like annoyance in my entire life.
So what it's saying is the carbohydrate is the outside of it. So toast is on the bottom, and you put like spread on
on a
it.
keto diet? If it's based on carbohydrates.
Then it would just all be soup. A salad is soup.
No, it's not. How? I want scientific process as to how the fuck a salad is a soup.
All starches that do not hold a defined shape, or foods that do not contain starches, are salads.
So it's a salad, not a soup.
Poutine.
You just tried to convince me
No.
it was a soup.
Soup, salad, bread bowl. So it says poutine is a salad. I don't know what that is. Fried rice is a salad. Mashed potatoes are a salad. Steak is a salad. / soup.
Steak.
Yeah. I don't quite get that one.
Have you taken drugs?
This is the Washington Post. See, I think burrito would be sushi.
Well, what about individual foods like, I don't know, like an olive?
So, well, this says a piece of fried chicken, if it's breaded, is a calzone. There's 8 categories of food defined by the placement of starch. Use a cube as your guideline for where the bread or starch goes. It will determine what the food truly is.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think.
Why am I slaving away, working 35 hours a week to live and eat and pay my rent, and there's some dickhead sitting somewhere categorizing food into these 6 things? How have they got that much time on their hands?
4 years ago. This was real.
Mum, go home.
I want to see the conclusion of this. Right, unless you make an open-faced meatloaf sandwich, then it's toast. And that's the end.
The conclusion is they need to get medicated and get some serious help.
I believe in this.
It's fine.
That's fine. You're fucking crazy. How seriously do you decide to take any of this upon you? It's very amusing to look at. Say a piece of Gushers candy and declare it's a calzone.
What's a Gushers candy?
Gushers.
Is that a word? Like an adjective?
Gushers, yeah. It's a it's like a wine gum.
Oh, so it's a brand?
Yeah.
I just assumed it's an adjective and you said yes.
I don't know what an adjective is.
It's a describing word.
Beautiful. Well.
Yes! I've been waiting. Oh! So pork scratchings really weren't bad. They really, and you were questioning me about whether bar snacks could, I'm gonna put this feather down. You were really questioning me about whether a bar snack could get worse. So I give you an olive.
No! Oh my god. No, they're so juicy. Evil!
I even brought up olive earlier. I said it to see if you said anything. What about individual foods like, I don't know, like an olive?
It stinks.
Do it for the vine.
Oh, I know it smells so bad.
Well, don't smell it then. 3,
How?
2.
No. Oh my god, this is so crazy.
Can you please eat the olive? Think of it as a kidney bean. You like kidney beans?
I do like kidney beans, actually, that's true. I can't do it. I'm going to be sick.
You'll be fine. Honestly.
I don't think this ramagain's going to hold on my sick.
We can clean it up.
Fuck.
You'll be proud of yourself for just chewing it for like 2 seconds. in your braces?
No, it's just the joys.
I'm really proud of you.
Oh. I'm breaking a sweat.
Like you've been to war.
Like shell shocked.
Yeah. I'm really proud of you. I really am.
Thank you.
I was asking if you wanted to go home. I was like, should we end it? Should we round it up? Bow to me.
Oh my god. Well, that wraps up another Tuesday of the Pub Logic podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Like and subscribe, or you'll never have a cold side of the pillow ever again.
Or a warm one. Did you hit my elbow
I
then?
did actually.